There's a letter hidden inside an old wooden box in the back of my closet. The paper has turned slightly yellow with time, and the ink has faded just enough to remind me how many years have passed. I've read it countless times, yet I've never had the courage to send it. I wrote it on a rainy evening after we said goodbye. You probably believed I had accepted everything. I smiled, wished you well, and walked away without looking back. But the truth was very different. Every step I took that day felt heavier than the last, as if my heart had been left behind. When I reached home, I sat at my desk, grabbed a pen, and began writing. I wrote about the day we first met, when a simple conversation turned strangers into friends. I wrote about the laughter we shared, the dreams we whispered, and the quiet moments that somehow meant the most. I admitted something I had never been brave enough to say out loud. I loved you, not suddenly, but slowly. Like sunrise filling the sky, my feelings grew without me even noticing. I kept telling myself there would be another chance, another perfect moment to confess. But perfect moments rarely arrive for people who spend too much time waiting. Before I realized it, life had taken us in different directions. As I continued writing, the words became harder to see through my tears. I wasn't trying to make you feel guilty. I wasn't asking you to come back. I simply wanted you to know the truth that had lived silently inside me for so long. When the letter was finished, I folded it carefully and slipped it into an envelope. I even wrote your name across the front. The next morning, I carried it all the way to the mailbox. I stood there for several minutes with the envelope in my hands. Then I brought it home. Something stopped me. Maybe it was fear of rejection. Maybe I didn't want to interrupt the new life you had built. Or maybe I finally understood that not every feeling needs to be delivered to be real. Years have passed since that day. I've met new people, experienced new adventures, and discovered parts of myself I never knew existed. Life has been kind in unexpected ways. The pain faded, but the letter remained. Sometimes I take it out and read it again, not because I'm still waiting for you, but because it reminds me of the person I used to be. Someone who loved deeply, hoped endlessly, and learned that silence can carry just as much meaning as words. I don't regret writing that letter. I only regret believing that fear deserved the final sentence. Perhaps some letters are never meant to be mailed. They exist to heal the person who writes them, not the person who receives them. And maybe that's enough. Because even though you never read my words, writing them taught me the greatest lesson of all. The feelings we leave unspoken can shape our lives, but they don't have to define our future.